Hey guys, Jim from Red Rock here. We're standing underneath the customer's Jeep. We got a 1997 TJ Wrangler. I received a 5.7 Hemi conversion, and while I'm got up on the hoist here, figured I'd do an overview video touching all the things we've done to the Jeep. First, standing under here, looking at the back, we've got the new fuel pump conversion done. It comes with 3/8 line, so you can see the new 3/8 line coming out of the fuel pump area. You'll also see the new fuel pump adapter harness coming securely mounted to the frame right here. We put a plug on it in case you have to access the pump. You want to drop it down. It's conveniently located. Seeing that it's a new style pump that has a connector on top of the pump, it's a little bit more difficult to get to. So we just went ahead and put one a couple feet down the line. You see the frame mounts there for the fuel line, nice and secured all the way over. Come right in. You'll see how the frame line passes through our new transmission crossmember brackets. The brackets have reliefs cut in them, as you can see, for the wires and the fuel lines to pass through, and it's just a fantastic application. The driver's side bracket actually has a relief cut into the mounting area, so that you can just insert the bracket over your over your brake line when you're doing the install. That way you don't have to disconnect your brake line brackets or crack them loose or add air into that and have to rebleed your system. So it's awesome. It truly is. You just slide the bracket over, move the brake line out of the way, and tack it in. The brackets also have built-in saddles, so they sit on top of the frame. It's awesome. You see it come around, just comes underneath, and then right back over and passenger side, same thing. Has release cut in it if you need to run wires or anything on that side for any reason. Back here still, we've got a mega short slip yoke eliminator kit. These things are awesome. They're great when you're doing a Hemi. You want the most drive shaft length as possible. Double cardian drive shaft. Setup, a nice angle. We're at full extension right now, beyond the hoist. I've got no bind, full rotation, front and rear drive shaft. It just works out great. It's got a conversion speedometer sensor in there. It went from a gear driven with a converter to a straight tone ring. See the back side here. Got a good view of the four-wheel drive cable shifter, ball mount, tub mount, and then a little bit of the adapter we had to put on there for the transmission to get that shifter to come perfectly through the hole, just like stock. The Hemi driveline pulls the transmission shifter tower forward, and we just mount a bracket. And a 97 is a little different than an 02 and newer, so we had to break it a little longer. Let's see, moving forward, front drive shaft, standard front TJ, cut to length and balanced, and transmission crossmember mount. See how that works. I'll weld it up. Conversion belt housing, stock TJ clutch. I can see the other side of the four-wheel drive cable shifter here, transmission mounted. Four-wheel drive switch over there, and then clevis and shifter level adapter. All the bolts, see all the bolts of the belt housing. See the shrink wrap there, sleeve wrap. Stainless steel exhaust, 2.5 all the way back. Comes forward. High clearance for the front drive shaft, wraps around the oil pan, clears everything. Passenger side drops in about a 50-degree angle. Nice opening inside that pipe. Free flow as much as possible, which pretty much has the whole opening. It's pretty precise. Straight pipe back to a welded series muffler, and then continue with the stainless right out the back, high up and over the axle, plenty of travel clearance, and we've got clearance between the track bar and the exhaust at full extension. Turned out really, really, really nice. Real happy with that. Let's see here, moving forward again. We've got the conversion belt housing, conversion clutch, pilot bearing, throwout bearing, pressure plate all up in there. You can see the extra heat sleeve up there, a little extra heat protection on the harness going up. Top half of the clutch, slave cylinder line. Again, that uses a stock clutch slave cylinder out of a TJ. This Jeep got a brand new oil pan. oil pan gasket. You can see the conversion mounts there. You can see our engine to frame bolt. And then you can see the top side of that ground going up to the battery on the opposite side of that bolt. So 3 bolts to the chassis ground from the battery to the frame, and then from the frame over to the motor. You see the grease on the bushings. The bushings are nice and greased. You see it on that side as well. A brand new starter in there. And moving forward, you see there's a brand new 6-cylinder TJ power steering line. Originally 4-cylinder, so we ended up switching it to a 6-cylinder. The line is a better length. 4-cylinder line just doesn't work for the application. Bottom of our custom built 2-core aluminum radiator and a radiator hose, part of the kit. Our radiator hose comes a little bit longer, cut to fit, because you can move the Hemis forward or backwards, overall 1/2 inch either way. So you cut to fit your specific application, but it works out just right. Our radiator is built to match the size of hoses, so you don't have to go finding hoses. We've already done all that stuff, spend hours in the parts store trying to find hoses. You see the brand new oil pan gasket in there, and that nice blue seal sticking out. Brand new oil filter, got a new water pump, new idler pulleys, both upper and lower, new tensioner, new power steering pump, new power steering pulley, brand new belt, new reservoir. And there's a picture of our power steering adapter kit. Just a piece of hose and fittings that you need to get from the Hemi reservoir fitting to the stock TJ return line. Not too bad, it's pretty easy. Pieces work well together, 0 problems. There's our starter, tucked right up and nice in there. And the inspection plate. Wires have some heat shrink on there, or heat shield if you will. Just a little extra precaution. Here's a bottom side view of our steering kit. Here's our shaft welded to the actual stock lower U-joint. Our frame mount tab with the lower, that's the lower Heim there. See, trying to get a picture there to get got a good clearance from the header, the steering shaft. Then you can kind of see the upper steering mount through there. See the upper Heim joint and tower. Petcock for the radiator. On this particular Jeep, the whole front end was taken apart. The bumper has been reinstalled. Got to get it all out of the way, get the engine in there. It has body lift spacers welded to the frame on the outside. Not going anywhere there for the front grill snubbers. Jeep has tow hooks on it for being pulled behind an RV. This bolt was replaced, sleeve was replaced, and the mounting tab was straightened back out. Looks like this side had taken a little twist at one time. So they got all the mounting plates installed. Same thing here on the passenger side. Mounting bolts, lower mount, and all 3 bolts on the driver's side here. Let's see here. We ended up flipping the links on this because whoever installed the lift kit had the links installed upside down. So both the, well, all four lower links got flipped to the correct orientation. So we're good to go there. I think that's about it on the bottom side. Touched on the fuel, exhaust, drive shaft, transmission crossmember, transmission, conversion. Yeah, so we've covered the bottom side. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good one. Stay tuned for the top side.